welcome to another edition of the Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest Backstage Pass series here on the People Chronicles. This series is brought to you by the Berks Arts Council, and we appreciate that very much, and we really appreciate the Arts Council staging this thing that has just grown over the years, 28 now, the Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest. It's a huge event, and people from all over the world literally come to Reading, Pennsylvania to experience this. One of the key components, and has always been a mission of Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest, is education and working with students in the area. So we thought we would talk to the students. And as we go backstage, Grant Fickes is with us and Raeann Rowlin. Both of you Kutztown University students, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are you both music majors?
I am. I'm a commercial music major, which is a new major at our university. Grant?
I am not. I'm a mathematics major with a computer science minor.
Actually, that makes perfect sense to me, because music is math.
Absolutely.
Just more lyrical,
yes,
if you will.
Yeah, more expression.
Commercial music major. I've not heard of that. What does that mean?
It is brand new, so it encompasses kind of everything that a working musician in the industry can expect to find out. So it has all components of performance, arranging, composing, music business. It kind of takes all of that into consideration and then helps prepare our musicians at our school to be as successful as they can in the real world.
And what do you hope to do when you graduate?
I would like to work in arts administration. So it's a really cool part of the commercial music. You can kind of make it the major what you want it to be.
Arts administration.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
Levi Landis was just here, and he's the executive director of the GoggleWorks. Something like that? Is that what you mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And what year?
I'm a sophomore.
And what do you play?
I play the trumpet in the Jazz Ensemble.
When did you start playing?
I started playing when I was in middle school a long time ago, and it's been a blast since, and I've always done jazz, so it's
You've
so
always
exciting.
played jazz music?
Yeah. So it's so exciting to be part of the university and to be part of the festival and everything.
That is very cool. I'm surprised that you've always played jazz music. I've often heard transitions.
Yeah, I think Grant probably has.
Have you always played jazz music?
I started with just traditional classical.
What do you play?
Alto saxophone.
Okay.
So I started in 4th grade, and the program in school, they bring you up and they have you in a concert band and playing that kind of literature. But then I actually started playing in a jazz band in 5th grade, so almost right away. And I enjoyed it more than the concert band setting anyway, so I tried to focus on that as much as I could.
How did you get into a jazz band in 5th grade?
Through our elementary school.
What elementary school?
It's in the Red Line Area School District in York, Pennsylvania, so it's about an hour and a half from here. So they have a fantastic music program with concert bands and jazz bands in elementary school, junior high school, and senior high school.
To have all of those bands, that is a terrific music program, and many schools are not that fortunate. But you guys are both the personification of what it means to have music in the schools, and I believe it's universal. In 4th grade, everybody gets an instrument.
Yeah.
Did you get to pick your instrument?
I did. I did not start out on the trumpet, but
What did you pick?
I found my path. I started out on the flute, actually, and it stuck around for a little bit, but I ended up, finding my own way with the trumpet. Very glad I did.
Did you pick the sax?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes, I did. I actually.
Why?
Well, actually, when I was younger, my father introduced me to a smooth jazz station.
Okay.
And actually heard some Kenny G music as well, and it's like, oh, I want to play that. So in 1st grade, I knew I wanted to play saxophone. So
in 1st grade.
Yeah, so it just kind of stuck.
But when you graduate, what do you want to do?
The idea is to go get my PhD in mathematics and then hopefully teach at a university somewhere. But then I'd like to incorporate music in there as well, and maybe teach privately or play in a group, just whatever avenue I can find.
There are a number of musicians that come to the Jazz Fest, and music is an avocation, or they teach, as you're saying, but they have a love for music, and so they play in this band on the side. So this is pretty cool. This is what the impact of sharing music, introducing your kids to music when they're little, so you listen to it in the car. And how did jazz become a thing for you?
My parents always played it in the house. My grandparents, a lot of Frank Sinatra, so a lot of big band, and I kind of fell in love with it from there, and I was like, yes, I want to do that.
You mentioned before we started the program something about American music What's happening
Oh,
at
the
Kutztown
American
University?
Music Project. Yeah, it's so exciting. It's in its infancy. We have this new organization, the American Music Department, so the jazz department, and we also have a rock group and a pop group. It's getting so big. We have so many students, and it's so exciting. We needed kind of an organization to come up and help facilitate and expand it and kind of take control of it, help organize it a little bit. It was getting a little out of hand. So this is so exciting. It's all student run. We have Dr. Chose, who is the American Music Department head and who also runs our jazz band and all of our rock groups. He is our facilitator, and we're kind of taking the weight off of his shoulders a little bit. So this group is designed to help expand the American Music Department, help people learn more about it, and also help the students kind of grow and expand beyond our program as well, which is so exciting.
I hear just a smidge of passion. Just a smidge about this program at KU. So that is a very cool thing. Do you both play in the jazz ensemble?
Yes.
So will you both be at the GoggleWorks on April 15th?
We will. We had our first rehearsal today at noon, so that was so
How'd
exciting.
it go?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. That's a good word.
A lot of music is fun. That's what it's all about. Speaking of that, we ask everybody who joins us backstage the same 5 questions. So you both get to answer. Actually, it's 4 questions. So who wants to go first?
Grant.
Sounds good.
All right, Grant. What does jazz music mean to you? What do you think of when you hear jazz music?
Well, for me, it's an escape. It's a way to have fun with the people I'm around and kind of express myself through music. Being a non-major, I'm away from the department most of the time, but when I get to the music building and interact with the people I play with and the bands I play in, it's an escape for me and it's a refuge.
I like that. I like that. How about, how has jazz music impacted your life so far?
It just makes things more enjoyable. Because I found that you really can't come out of a rehearsal or a performance without a smile on your face.
Oh, nice.
So it's just it's a way to recharge your batteries, really, and help you keep going.
Who are your jazz mentors?
I listen to a lot of Charlie Parker.
Oh, okay.
He, especially with the private instructor I had growing up, that was emphasized a lot, and we worked with Parker tunes and stuff like that. So I really listened to a lot of Charlie Parker. But then some tenor players as well. Michael Brecker I find fantastic to listen to, and I try to pull a lot of technical things from him as well.
When you say Charlie Parker, what is it about his music or his style?
Well, the bebop's just so upbeat, and it's enjoyable to listen to. I prefer the more melodic and happy major sounding tunes as opposed to the McCoy Tyner minor kind of pieces. That's just my personality. So and Parker played right into that. So
I'm anxious to hear you. I'm going to hear, I think, a little bit of Charlie Parker when you hear him playing. What would you hope your legacy to be in the jazz world?
Well, Dr. Chose preaches a lot on just being a good person. So everybody I impact and interact with through my life, I just want them to take that, hey, he was a good guy, he treated us all well, he was kind to us, and he was fun to play with.
That's a beautiful legacy. I like it. You ready, Raeann?
Sure.
You know the questions now. It's been revealed. What does jazz music mean to you?
Jazz music to me is happiness, and it's everything that I want my worldview to be. I listen to a lot of upbeat stuff too, like Grant said, and it just is a way for me to find myself and to get what I'm feeling out into the world and kind of get my head on straight most days. Just to listen and to play and to be able to express myself through that, though.
Hearing these answers, and I know we're only one in, but it already is, because the both of you came in here and you have this energy about you, which is one of passion and excitement and happiness. So I thank you for sharing that.
Oh, yeah.
How about the impact of jazz music on your life so far?
For me, jazz has made me who I am, with my teachers that I've had who, like I said, I mostly did jazz in middle school and high school and in college too. The teachers that I've had and the guys that I've listened to and the bands that I've gone and seen have all created Raeann and who she is, and it helps me keep going.
That is pretty cool. How about your mentors, jazz mentors? Who are they?
First is my professor, Dr. Kevin Chose. He is an incredible player and has turned me on to a lot of stuff that I didn't even know about since being at college. And I've also been pretty into Clifford Brown these days too, so that's
I
pretty
think
nice.
Dr. Chose is going to be happy to hear hear this.
I'm plugging him.
Looking forward, you know, as you think about the career you will embark on, what do you hope your jazz legacy to be?
Well, especially with the American Music Project, and we're kind of setting up the foundation for this huge organization that will leave a lasting legacy on the university. I'm really hoping that that's part of it, that I could say that I helped start this huge thing that's going to be awesome for the university and for the town. And then also, I'd like to be known as a good person as well. It's huge, especially in Dr. Chose's studio, of just being a nice person. And
I think you both are already
happiness.
on that path to leaving that legacy, and it's a wonderful legacy. I am so happy to have met both of you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks for being part of the Backstage Pass
Yes.
here on behalf of the Berks Arts Council and the Boscov Berks Jazz Fest.